niceties. We've done the introductions, and now we get down to it. I want to welcome to Rush Radio 94.5, Mike Hogewood.
Hey, it's great to be here.
It needs to be a round of applause or something here.
No, not necessary. Not necessary at all.
First thing is, what's your schedule for covering the tournament? Are we going to be seeing a lot of?
Yeah, I'm actually the host of the tournament, and I'll start on the air tomorrow at noon, and we'll see about midnight tomorrow night as we sign off the air with the last game that starts at 9:30.
Wow.
So,
do you absolutely love that, or is it so much work you can't even have room to love it?
You know, I love it. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, but they're two of the hardest days that I do in my life are on Thursday and Friday. No doubt about it.
What makes it so hard?
Well, first of all, I get there at 9 in the morning, and I don't leave till midnight, and I'm not as young as I used to be, and I like my sleep, you know. So Saturday and Sunday are pretty good, you know. And I'm coming off the women's tournament from last week, which was a real thrill, and it was great. But it's just 2 tough weeks in a row, and then my basketball season ends after this week. So it's been a great year. I've enjoyed everything of it from the end of November to now. It's been a lot of fun.
Now, how long has it been since you were a regular on local TV?
2001 was when I left WFMY. 2001.
Wow. And you were on, what's Fox 8, but WGHP before
I was
that
on
for
both
years
of them.
and years?
Both of them. Yeah, that's where I first met you, was when I was at what's Fox 8 right now, and we used to go at it and have a few contests and do some things, and I still – all right, let me just tell you this. Every time I see The Amazing Race on television, you can't tell me you don't think about this. Bill and I were talking about, for charity, racing around the world. I would go one way, and he was going the other.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I do remember.
And we were going to go all the way around the world and see who could end up in Greensboro first.
Well,
why didn't you do it?
Well, it just never really worked out. But I thought
I think the sponsors did not line up in time with the stars.
And I watched The Amazing Race on TV, and I said, man, Flynn and I talked about that 25 years ago. You know, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, we did a few contests. The singing contest. We had a contest at the water park where we were doing the various events for charity. So
you should have seen Bill and I on that wave thing, trying to see who could win. We raised money for a food bank somewhere, which was great. But I mean, I embarrassed myself that day. There's no doubt about it.
That's our job sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, now I'm new to the legend that is Mike Hogewood.
Really?
Yes, I am. I want you to do Carolina Kia for me one time.
Can you too early in the morning.
Can you do
Carolina Kia. There you go. One more time.
All right.
By the way, our accelerators do not stick. Okay, I promise you. Promise you.
Oh, thanks for listening to the show.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, one of the things that's I think most brought us together here recently is what you've been going through, and I wanted you to tell us your story that a lot of people may not have heard. That you went through a health issue, and it dates back to last summer.
Well, it was last summer, and first of all, they wrote an article in the paper this week, and I really didn't want that article written because I thought, you know, this is not something that I publicized, but I thought, you know, if my recovery could help somebody else. I mean, this summer I had a stroke. When you're lying in a hospital bed and somebody walks in the door and they say, "Mr. Hogewood, you've had a stroke," I'm going like, you got to be kidding me. No way. And my balance was off. I had what's called a Wallenberg syndrome stroke, where it affects your cerebellum, and I had no balance at all. And I'm in the neurological ward for a week, and then I'm in rehab trying to learn to walk on a walker.
You're here in
Moses Cone Hospital.
Okay.
I mean, it happened. We have a condo down at the beach, a little condo, and I love playing tennis down there with a bunch of guys. And you know, I was playing tennis, and then we came back here, and my wife drove me back here and went to the hospital. And, you know, I thought, my goodness, this is ridiculous. I mean, and I went home. You know, I'd learned how to get in a car with a walker and live a handicapped life. And I'm thinking, this is it. It's over. My voice was, you know, halfway gone. And
gracious. This has got to be – this is about a worst nightmare kind of thing.
It was a nightmare.
Like you, isn't it?
So I'm at home, and I'm with this walker, and then one day I said, you know, it's ridiculous. I'm going to try to walk with a cane. So I did that for about 8 or 9 days, and, you know, I was on, like, a lot of prayer lists from a lot of different places, which was great. And I went outside one day, and I said, okay, I may fall down or something, but then I felt like, God, this different feeling come over me, and I laid the cane down. And we have a pretty flat driveway, and I walked down to the end, and I turned around and I walked back. Killed me. I was exhausted, but I went, man, I can do this. Now, I've got a second chance at doing this.
What is the timeline that this
is all about a month, 4 or 5 weeks, and most of the time to recover from something like this takes a long time. And it was a miracle. My first football game was on September 12th, and it's not easy what I do in football season. I host a half-hour show before the games, and then I patrol up and down the sidelines. I mean, so I got to go, and I was able to do that unassisted, and I felt like God had given me a second chance, and now I'm going to make the most of it. So it's an exciting story, and I'm 100% now, and ready to go at it and ready to live the rest of my life, hopefully in a normal life. So that's it.
Mike, this is inspirational for every man out there that has whatever their career, idea that you could lose your entire ability to function and earn a living, all of that.
I mean, it's so scary. I mean, to think that your career might be over, because when I left Channel 2, I left it to pursue a real dream of doing live events, but what I gave up was working for somebody. I tell people I don't have a job. I'm an independent contractor. I do an event and you pay me for it, And
there's no necessarily contract or guarantee for any of these deep into the future, right?
No, there's not. There's not. And I'm fortunate that I have some great and understanding clients in Raycom Sports and Fox Sports Net and Speed Channel and HDNet. Those are my primary clients, and they've just been great, just been fantastic.
And the enthusiasm that we know you for is still, is it even more now having gone through this hurdle?
I've always felt a passion about what I do. I think I have, I'm so fortunate to love what I do and to have a passion about it, and I still do. And I will till they tell me I can't do this anymore,
Yeah, I don't think you're going to suffer the Jake Delhomme issue anytime soon.
No, I mean, I haven't thrown a lot of interceptions lately. No.
Does it give you a new sense of appreciation for what you do after going through what you have?
I had the sense of appreciation before. You're standing out there like Saturday or Sunday. I'm doing the championship game at the ACC Women's Tournament. I'm standing there and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm getting ready to go on national TV. That light's getting ready to come on, and I'm the luckiest guy in the world. This is an honor. It's really an honor to be able to do that kind of thing.
And it's great that you can see that.
Yeah,
I think it's very easy to get jaded along the way in the businesses that we're in. Mike Hogewood is our guest. Mike, can you hang out with us for a few more minutes here?
I don't mind at all.
We're going to open up the phone lines if you'd like to grab a question with Mike or tell him that you enjoy watching him, whatever. 88 or whatever.
A lot of people, I'm going to tell you something. In our business, you don't get a lot of compliments. You know what I mean? It's like the thing about sports. The thing about sports announcers is, or when people talk about sports, it's all negative. Like Dick Vitale, one of the one of the best commentators. You mentioned Dick Vitale. Okay, you're going to get 10 phone calls. I hate the guy. That guy's awful. Why is he on the air? Get rid of that guy.
He gets on my nerves.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? He makes more money than anybody else. He gets more games than anybody else. Must be a reason for it.
I can't stop watching him, even if I hate him.
There must be a reason for it. Must be.
Let me drop the phone number, 882-RUSH, 882-7874. And our guest for the next few minutes, Mike Hogewood, legendary sports broadcaster. Traffic and weather together.
From the Rush Radio Traffic Center, looks like an accident involving a big rig, 85 south of Linwood area.